Good morning, everybody. Lee Brower here. I am grateful to be here and I am glad to be here. So let's begin as we always do. Let's go big. Let's begin in gratitude, BIG. Today, today I'm grateful for awareness, especially the kind that helps me pause, to notice, to choose before I react. We talked about red R, green R last time a little bit, but let's take it to a deeper level. Quick review. You're driving along, somebody cuts you off in traffic. When's the best time to choose your response to getting cut off in traffic? Is it in the moment when your emotion is high and someone else controls your reaction? Or is it beforehand when you've already pre-decided to stay curious rather than angry? You see, pre-deciding puts you in charge, not the traffic, not the driver, not other things in life, scrolling, dinging, noises. Does the event determine the outcome? Yes or no? No. But how we react or respond determines the outcome. So here's the deeper truth. Most people today are living in red R without even knowing it. They just been pinged. Boom, react. Something happens from nowhere. They react. They see a headline. They react. They're getting pinged, dinged, and distracted into surrendering their agency. They surrender their control. Reacting becomes a habit. We're outsourcing our emotions to others and even to devices. So what's the antidote? We've talked about it before. Bypass. We have biases. They're created by repetition of these habits. So a bypass, put a P right in the middle of it, and that P stands for pivot point. BIPAS. And that pivot point takes us from the amygdala to awareness. And it's the simplest, most powerful bypass. And how do you do that? You, one, ask a question and or express gratitude. Let's go inside the brain for just a moment. When you ask a question or you feel gratitude, you activate the prefrontal cortex. It takes you out of the amygdala. You see, the prefrontal cortex is that part of the brain that's responsible for reasoning, problem solving, wise decision making. It acts like a circuit breaker. It's interrupting the amygdala's default response of what? Fight, flight, freeze, or react. So, what are some questions? How do questions trigger curiosity? One, they force your brain to process language. By putting a question, your subconscious mind can't not ignore a question. It considers multiple perspectives, not just the main thing. It now is considering multiple perspectives. And it shifts from threat coming from the amygdala to thought coming from your prefrontal cortex. Maybe the question is, I wonder what's going on in their life that would cause them to drive that way. And by just asking that question, you've activated green R. You've moved from here to here. Gratitude resets the system. I'm thankful I wasn't hurt. I'm grateful for safety. I'm thankful I'm not that guy. I'm thankful I'm not that car. Whatever it may be, bring it out. You put it out. You have it. You immediately flood the brain with dopamine and serotonin. You reduce cortisol, which is our stress relief, right? And we focus on appreciation instead of fear. You literally change your brain state. When you choose in advance to use gratitude or a question as your go-to response, you're building new neural pathways, mental shortcuts that bypass the amygdala. And that's the real bypass. That's a bridge from reactivity to responsibility, from red R to green R. So let's keep practicing. It's not easy. I've been practicing this for a long time. I started last time we talked about grab the rock in the morning. That's a bypass. That moves you right into gratitude by saying, what am I grateful for today? Puts you in charge. But you can be in charge of the whole day. Why are you surrendering your agency, your choices to some outside force? Keep it for yourself. You be in charge of yourself and you are in control of yourself. And it's not about being perfect, but it's about being present. It's about protecting your ability to choose and not giving it away. Now, next week, we're going to talk about one of the biggest challenges threatening not just our well-being, but the lives of our children, our coworkers, our friends, and future generations. This will all link. You don't want to miss it. Let's live life deliberately. Let's not surrender our agency or control. Let's stay in control of who we are and who we're becoming. Have a meaningful week. I look forward to talking to you next week. Bye-bye.